I'm Keith Becker from DD's Property Management. At the beginning of the year, I actually bought an investment property, and 5 days later, there was a huge windstorm which took down 24 feet of fence. And my initial impression was, oh man, why couldn't this have happened like 10 days ago? And the second impression was, thank goodness, the neighbor on the other side, we had already developed a very good relationship. So when it came time to replace it, it was agreeable and easy to negotiate, where each one of us took our responsibility. And it was a 50-50 share. The challenge, however, becomes when you have an obligation to repair a fence and the person on the other side is not willing to pick up their fair share. There are circumstances where you find yourself, even if the neighbor is reluctant, you find yourself obligated to address it and address it quickly. Let's say, for example, that you've got tenants have kids, or the neighbor has dogs that are considered to be of a vicious breed. You actually have a responsibility to ensure the security of your property. So theoretically, under any circumstances, you could indeed find yourself having to address this, even when the neighbor is putting up defenses to agreeing to their responsibility. The good news is that California Civil Code back in 2014 actually addressed this and took action to make it much clearer what the responsibilities of contiguous owners are for those shared responsibilities. Now, what I can tell you is you should not presume that you're just going to go in there and put up the fence and afterwards send the bill to the neighbor and say you have to do it. Because the fact is, if you found yourself in court, you might not prevail, even though it might be fair and justified that you should share. You have to, according to California Civil Code 654 1422, you have to notify the other party at least 30 days in advance of the following, and it should be in writing. What needs to be done, a substantial justification of why, and what is the justification for the neighbor's responsibility to share this, what the percentage would be, the cost of what the anticipated replacement would be. Now, bear in mind, at this point, you've probably got an estimate. You should include that. And what is the anticipated start date? Again, should be 30 days out. Now, what do you do, though, if you have a situation where the fence is indeed down? You're going to need to either prop it up or come up with something as a temporary solution, even for those 30 days, just to make sure that it is safe and secure, because you don't want to be having the neighbor's dogs running around your backyard. But in order to address a permanent solution, you have to do it the proper way. Now, bear in mind, there are certain circumstances, arguable circumstances, where if it were to go to court, the courts could indeed find justifiable reason why the neighbor might not be responsible, but those are fairly obscure reasons. So if you found yourself in that situation, as long as you have done the process properly, you've taken the steps that you need to in order to protect yourself. The fact is that if we're doing the job on your behalf, if we're your property management firm, we'll take care of this and we will make sure that it's done properly. Property management can be a complicated business. We're here to help simplify it. Please call me if I can be of any assistance. I'm Keith Becker from DD's Rentals.